So what is going on, guys? Mr. Dalek JD here, and welcome back to another one of my top 5 videos. I made a top 5 zombie Easter egg video a while ago in collaboration with Easter to celebrate the Easter holidays, and that video went down really well, so thank you guys for watching that. And I decided to relaunch this series again and do another top 5, this time being the top 5 zombie maps. Now, something to bear in mind with this top 5 is it's a very difficult top 5, but the ones that I've picked are the ones that had major changes that affected zombies forever, or a map which had very solid gameplay. But if you guys have any different top 5s, do let me know down below in the comment section, as I'm sure you guys have a lot of varied opinions on this. And if you do enjoy today's video, be sure to drop it a like rating. It only takes a second, and I really appreciate when you guys do that. Coming in at number 5 spot, we have Kino Der Toten from Black Ops 1, and this is just my favourite map from Black Ops 1 in total. It's such a simple map, there's not really too much to it in comparison to the other maps from Black Ops 1, but this one is just the one that you'll always go back to, the one that everyone has the most memories on, and it's just so much fun. An interesting fact about Kino Der Toten, it was actually supposed to be a DLC map for Call of Duty World at War, because World at War was supposed to actually have 4 map packs rather than 3 map packs, and the 4th one was actually supposed to be Kino Der Toten, but I think the reason was either they didn't finish it in time, or there was just some other things that just stopped it from happening, so they moved the map over to Black Ops 1 where they could add a few more things to make it a bit better. But of course, everyone remembers the stage. That was like the most popular training spot throughout the entire map. You could do whole loops around the train, you could bring them through the hallway, up along the stairs, and then use electric barriers to kill them as well. You also had the teleporter, which was the main teleporter throughout the whole map. That actually took you to the Pack-a-Punch machine, and afterwards it would teleport you to a series of random rooms, and in there you could actually find Samantha's bedroom, and you can actually see on the PC version, you can actually see a little board on the floor where you can see the actual 4 main characters as little figurines that you'd see in the Origins cutscene. But overall, Kino Der Toten had some solid zombies gameplay and is a pure favourite amongst all fans. I'm sure there's been a time where you've gone for a co-op run on that map, or you've gone for a solo run just because of how fun that map was. Coming in at number 4 is Buried from Black Ops 2, and this one just introduced so many new features that it blew my mind at the time, and the whole atmosphere and setting of the map was just absolutely insane. This map featured the bank and weapon locker from previous maps in Black Ops 2. It also introduced the new ray gun Mark II, which was brand new at the time. And we also had a friendly non-playable character, which is called the Giant. And he could help kill zombies. He could destroy certain barricades. He could actually move the mystery box, as well as keep a crawler to handy. So you would never actually lose or have a crawler die out on you. You could actually pick a crawler up for you. He'd move the box for you. You could respin the box. It just had so many uses. The map also had a serious amount of buildables, including the trample, steam and turbine, and also introduced the subsurface resonator and the head chopper. There's also a brand new revolver pistol, which is called the Remington New Model Army, as well as a new wonder weapon called the Paralyzer, which is definitely one of my favourite wonder weapons, because not only was it a really good weapon for just surviving for an infinite amount of rounds, but you could also fly with the thing as well. And we also had a new grenade called the Time Bomb, which sent players back in time. So you could throw it down at a certain round, play 5 rounds ahead, and then if you activate that time bomb, you'd actually go back in time, back to those 5 rounds, which was just insane. And it has some really good uses in case you were in very close situations. And the map also came with a new perk called Vulture Raid, which allowed you to see locations of perk machines, wall guns, and other points of interest around the map. You could also get small bags of points and ammo from zombies that you killed as well. And also, some zombies would emit a noxious cloud, which would actually ward off zombies when players stood in it. To make things even more insane, this map had a really weird Easter egg, but when you actually finished the Easter egg, you could do another Easter egg on top of that, which would actually bring the whole of Black Ops 2's zombie storyline to an end with the main characters that we have in Black Ops 2, where they all get killed as they are there permanently. And if you remember, during Richtof inside of the Easter egg, there is an Easter egg step where you have to go to round infinity, and you see that everyone has died, which shows you that at some point all the characters are going to die, as they're going to be stuck in Buried. Coming in at number 3 is the zombie map Ascension, which was the first downloadable map for Call of Duty Black Ops, and this map takes place in an abandoned Soviet Cosmodrome. And this one was really interesting, as this map introduced a load of new features, and it was the first map to ever have a Easter egg which is styled in the ways that we're used to now with the long quests. The map also introduced 2 new grenades, which were the Gersh device and the Matryoshka dolls, and the map also introduced 2 new perks which we've all come to know and love, which is Stamina Up and PhD Flopper. The map introduced a really cool way to get around with lunar landers, which actually flew you in the air around the map, which is absolutely insane. A little bit of trivia for you guys: there is a teleporter which uses the exact same model as the one from the map 5 that can be seen next to one of the lander stations, and it's a piece of the main body, which could indicate that the Pentagon was to originally be connected to the map Ascension via that teleporter, but it was never finished. Something also really cool to note is on the loading screen of Ascension, you can see the shadows of 3 rockets which form the numbers 115, which is a reference to element 115, and is also a reference to the moon Easter egg where you shoot out the 3 rockets towards the Earth. I picked this as the number 3 spot because I believe that not only did it have some very solid zombies gameplay, but it also introduced a lot of cool things, and introducing the whole Easter egg quests, it definitely had to be mentioned as the number 3 spot. Coming in at number 2, we have the zombie map Verrückt from World at War. This was the very first downloadable map, and this is very deserving of the number 2 spot, as it's the only map which in a team of 4 separates you into a team of 2, where 2 people have to work towards getting the power on, and it can be on either side. And it also provided us the very foundations for what we know as zombies now by introducing perks. It was absolutely insane. The map also introduced the debut of the power switch, as well as bouncing betties and electroshock defenses. Now, in comparison to the very first zombie map, Kino Der Toten, this map is much larger, which in comparison to the other map, that map only had 3 rooms. This one's got about 7 or 8, and like I mentioned before, it has 2 initial spawn points for players. But because it has short corridors and it tends to force the players to fight zombies up close and personal, it made it a much more creepy and very memorable experience. Now in Verrückt, the zombies are smarter, faster, and much more aggressive than in Kino Der Toten. Crawling zombies would move much faster than those in the first map, and zombie attacks can down a player after getting hit only twice if that player has not obtained Juggernog. Now, before, zombies actually couldn't attack through barricades, which they could do in this map, and they could climb through them if there was a few planks missing. You could also hear voices, screams, and yells, which was much different and much creepier than the normal moans and groans of just the zombies. And often the zombies would yell what sounds like the word Sam, which could be referring to Samantha Maxis. Overall, this map was amazing as it had solid zombies gameplay. It had very tight, narrow corridors, which made it very difficult for you to camp in one spot, and also running throughout the map could become very tricky. And as a co-op experience, this map is by far one of the best. So coming in at the number 1 spot for the best zombie map ever created, and I'm sure you guys will agree with me here, is Deri, which is the final map from Call of Duty World at War, which is set in a secret Nazi facility in Germany, and it was the debut of the teleporters and the Pack-a-Punch machine, a machine that allowed you to upgrade your weapon. This map was an absolute breakthrough for zombies back in the day, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have some great memories from this map. The map also introduced the Bowie knife, which was a knife which allowed you to kill zombies quicker and was much stronger than the normal knife. And also, during a certain amount of rounds, the zombies would also spawn as well as hellhounds. So during rounds, you would not just have zombies, you'd also have hellhounds coming after you. Now this map is absolutely iconic amongst all zombie fans, as it's just the one which everyone had the most fun on, and it just has the most memorable experiences. And this map firstly introduced the storyline in the huge way that we know now. Shinonuma was actually the very first map to introduce the storyline, but this one developed it in such a crazy way that people didn't really understand it at first, as it was just overwhelming. But this map just has so many secrets and so much stuff hidden within it. It's the ultimate zombies fans map. Another fun highlight is getting 4 players on this map and then all just camping on the catwalk by the sea teleporter and just literally mowing down the zombies for as long as you possibly could, having a mixture of LMGs like the Browning and the MG42 and the PPSH and the ray gun Pack-a-Punch, and it was honestly so much fun. I remember having so many very fond memories of this map that it's just stuck out to me as the number 1 for having not only very good zombies gameplay, but also changing zombies forever by introducing the storyline that we have in such a crazy way with Dr. Maxis and Richtofen. But that is my top 5 best zombie maps video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said at the start, if you do have a different top 5, do let me know down below in the comment section, as I'd really be interested in seeing what you guys think. Of course, it was a really hard choice, as I do enjoy every map that's been available for zombies, of course, but there are just a few which stick out more than others, and it was a really hard decision, as Mob of the Dead was also a firm favourite of mine, but I had to bear in mind the fact that it had solid gameplay, as well as changing the zombies game mode forever, and this was the maps that I came up with. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, do drop it a like rating, and make sure you're subscribing for more videos similar to this one in the near future. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.